Ella.
I wake up, stretching and rubbing my eyes, still half in that fuzzy dream state. The sun's creeping through the curtains, laying warm stripes across the bed. I roll over, feeling strangely content, the kind of happiness that leaves you suspicious because life has taught you that too much of a good thing is often followed by a crash. That's when I realize something. Jay's not here. The pillows are still dented from his head, and it hits me like a small punch to the gut. He's gone. I sit up in bed with a frown on my face, then I grab my cell phone to see if he's left a message. The relief that floods through me makes me feel uneasy, because there's a message from him. Ella, something came up, and… emergency. I'll explain later. I didn't want to wake you, you looked peaceful. Jay. Emergency? My gut clenches, the word heavy with 1,000 what-ifs. What kind of emergency pulls a guy away at dawn without so much as a whispered goodbye? I shake my head, clearing away the unease. Jay's solid. He's real. I know that, deep down. But last night was different. Not just the sex, although damn, that was intense. But the gallery he took me to was something else. Jay knows I love art, sure, we'd talked about it once. But to remember a throwaway line about my dreams of painting the world? To make it real, even for a night? That gets to me, more than I want to admit. God, the man knew how to shatter any walls I'd put up, finding tiny cracks I didn't even know existed. I remember the look on his face as we strolled through the gallery. His eyes were on me, watching me react to the art, and for once, his easygoing, playful demeanor was gone. He looked almost vulnerable. Like he was letting me see a sliver of the real him, not just Jay the charmer. And it hit me then, this guy's deep. There's so much more under that polished, playboy exterior. I thought about how his eyes followed me all night, especially when I got caught up in that abstract painting with swirls of blue and gold and red. We even talked about it. While I saw loneliness in those swirls, he saw peace amid chaos. That made me think. It was like we were talking about us, even though we were just talking about a painting. Like maybe we were both chaotic in our ways, but finding some odd, twisted peace with each other. When we came back to my place after the gallery, it was like we were on the edge of something, both of us sensing it, but not saying it. The air between us was charged, electric. He left then, dropped me off at home, but something must have happened to him, because when he came back, he was different. The gallery was a vivid memory, the colors and emotions swirling in my mind like the abstract art we'd admired. But what followed, our frenzied intimacy back at my place, felt like a natural progression of the evening, the culmination of a build-up that had started long before. And then, when we were together, it was like he let his guard down completely. He'd been careful but passionate, as if he knew exactly how to touch me, like he'd studied me for years. But there were moments, fleeting seconds, when I saw emotion in his eyes, a flicker of something. Something he was holding back. I felt like I was seeing the real Jay, or a part of him he doesn't let anyone see. And it scared the shit out of me, because what if that's the part of him that matches the hidden part of me? My mind darts to the emergency that had taken him away this morning. Could the two be connected? My phone buzzes, snapping me out of my daze. It's a text from Jay. I'm really sorry about this morning. Can we meet up later? There's something I need to tell you. Something I need to tell you, that phrase is almost as bad as emergency. It hangs heavy in the air, even though it's just pixels on a screen. What does he need to talk about? Is it about us? Is it about last night? For the first time, I'm scared to dive deeper, to see what's really going on. Because what if what I find changes everything? What if I'm not ready for whatever truth Jay's been hiding? Or worse, what if he's not ready for mine? I type out a quick reply, hesitating for only a second before hitting send. Sure. See you soon. The room feels smaller now, and I wrap the sheets around me like they can protect me from whatever's coming. I sit there in the muted morning light, and it hits me, I'm at a tipping point. One way lies the truth, and the other way, I get to keep living in this bubble, this easy, uncomplicated thing with Jay. And I don't know which one I want more. I'm so lost in my thoughts that I almost don't hear it, the soft ding from my phone, a new message from Jay. See you later, beautiful. And just like that, the bubble pops. Whatever happens next, there's no going back. All I can do now is wait and see what picture emerges when all the pieces finally fall into place. I'm walking through downtown Seattle, getting lost in the noise, the people, the overall chaos. A nice break after the roller coaster of the last 24 hours with Jay. It's my day off, and the city with its familiar skyscrapers and bustling crowds offers a chaotic kind of solitude. Maybe I need it, after everything that's happened. The text from Jay this morning, the gallery last night, the feeling that I'm standing on an edge and about to tumble into something unknown. I shake my head, as if physically displacing the thoughts will make them vanish. Just when I think I've managed to shake off the surreal emotions from last night, some guy bumps into me so hard it's like he's doing it on purpose. "Hey, watch it!" I snap, catching my balance. The guy mumbles something unintelligible, shoving his hands into his pockets as he hustles away. I watch his retreating figure, a prickling sensation crawling up the back of my neck. Something's off, but I can't place it. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up. This familiar, creepy sensation washes over me, like I'm being watched. I've felt it for a couple nights now. My gut tells me to move, so I do. Quick steps. Straight to my apartment. I'd managed to brush it off as city jitters or even paranoia. But now? It feels as real as the concrete beneath my shoes. I fumble for my keys as I get to my apartment, half expecting the door to burst open with some untold horror. It doesn't, and my living space greets me with its usual, comforting banality. Breathing a sigh of relief, I lock the door behind me and empty my pockets onto the kitchen counter. Something unfamiliar brushes against my fingers, causing me to gasp as I realize it's a folded piece of paper. As I slowly unfold it, my heart rate increases and my pulse quickens with anticipation. It's a photograph. Jay's in it, sitting with some woman at a cafe. I can't see her face, but they look close. Too close. The writing on the back of the photo is like a punch in the gut. Don't trust too easily. My heart sinks like a stone thrown into a still pond, and I try to recall the face of the guy who bumped into me, but I can't seem to remember a damn thing. Does this mean I've been followed this entire time? My hands tremble. What is this, really? A warning? A threat? Who's watching me? And why go to the lengths to tell me not to trust Jay? Could Jay be involved in this? Is the universe giving me a sign to steer clear, just when I was about to let him into my life for real? Could this be connected to the emergency he had? But then another question creeps into my mind, one that has my heart dropping and a cold sliver of fear shooting up my spine. Could this have something to do with Roman? The man I was set to marry, the one I ran from. If he's found me, why this roundabout way of warning me off Jay? Unless they're connected somehow. The thought makes me feel sick. What if he's found me? But why lead me to mistrust Jay? My knuckles turn white as I clutch the photograph tightly in my hand. The stakes have changed. I'm not just standing on an edge anymore, I'm caught in a tangled web, and every move could either free me or tighten the loop. Jay's text about needing to talk suddenly takes on a darker shade. What did he want to tell me? Was it about us, or was it something more? Something that connects the dots in this ever-complex picture? As I sit there, questions unresolved, my phone buzzes again. It's Jay. I'm on my way, little bird. For a moment, I'm frozen. Half of me wants to let him in, ask him point blank about the photo, about us, about everything. The other half screams to keep the door shut, to protect myself before it's too late. In the end, I tap out an "okay" and hit send. My finger hovers over the delete button, wanting to erase the text, the photo from my mind, and all the confusing, messy feelings. But I don't. Instead, I place my phone on top of the incriminating picture, two pieces of a puzzle I'm not sure I want to solve. A knock on my door shouldn't make me break out in a sweat, shouldn't get my heart beating so fast. Do I want the truth? Can I handle it? Trust is a funny thing, it takes ages to build and a second to break. Now, with my hand on the doorknob, I'm suddenly aware of how fragile it really is. It's not just Jay I'm letting in, it's doubt, fear, and a whole tangled web of secrets I'm not sure I'm ready to unravel. But there's also a chance for truth, a chance to lay everything bare and see where the pieces fall. I unlock the door and take a deep breath. No going back now.
Ella.
I open the door and there he is, standing in the corridor with that signature grin of his. In his hands, a box of sushi from that expensive place downtown. The one I mentioned I liked, just in passing, ages ago. For a second, I forget about the photo, the ominous note, the feeling of being watched. All I see is Jay and the way he's looking at me. "I thought you might be hungry," he says, stepping inside as I take the box from him. A wave of conflicting emotions hits me. His presence instantly melts away some of the anxiety I've been feeling. But then I remember the photo, the warning, the lurking doubts. I push them aside, at least for now. "Thank you, Jay," I reply, momentarily pushed back into the comfortable groove of our relationship, or whatever it is we have. We sit on the couch, the coffee table between us now a makeshift dinner setting. "Something on your mind?" he asks, peering into my eyes. "You seem a little distant." I hesitate, my eyes flicking to the phone and the photograph lying underneath it. He doesn't notice, or at least, he doesn't show it if he does. "Just a lot on my mind," I finally say. He nods as if understanding some unspoken depth of that statement. We eat in silence for a moment, lost in our own worlds. Finally, he breaks it. "So, do you regret it? Last night, I mean." The question catches me off guard. Last night was magical, a chapter from a fairy tale, a moment of raw emotion and vulnerability. Do I regret it? No. Should I? Maybe. I look into his Yes. Those damn irresistible eyes, and I see something I've never seen before. It's like a flicker of darkness, quickly masked by his ever-present charm. "Why would you ask that?" I counter. "I don't know." He shrugs, looking uneasy. "Sometimes things feel too good to be true, and when they do, I can't help but question them." His answer confuses me more. I see the subtle way his eyes dart away from mine. I don't know much about lie detection, but my instincts scream that he's hiding something. "No. I don't regret it," I say, carefully choosing each word. "Do you?" His eyes meet mine, and the walls come down. For just a split second, I see something, a flicker of turmoil. "No," he says, but his heart skips a beat. I can almost hear it, almost feel the lie wrapping itself around his words. Why would I regret one of the most incredible nights of my life? His words should warm me, but they don't. Because now, layered with everything else, is this undeniable fact: he's hiding something. What? I can't be sure. But it's there, a ghost of insincerity haunting his gaze. "You know," he says finally, "I've been doing a lot of thinking. About us, about what I want, about what's been keeping me from it." His voice is unsteady, like he's navigating a minefield within himself. I place the container down and turn my body toward him, to show him I am listening and open to what he has to say. "And what's that?" I ask, my heart pounding. Is this it? Is he finally going to bare his soul, reveal his secrets? The room feels too small, too crowded with unspoken words and hidden truths. He takes a deep breath. "I've been afraid," he says. "Afraid of messing up something so unexpectedly good. Afraid you'll find out who I really am and run away." His admission hits me like a ton of bricks. It mirrors my own fears, my own hesitations. It would be so easy to dive in, to lose myself in this connection, to pretend the undercurrents of doubt and uncertainty don't exist. "We all have secrets, Jay," I say, choosing my words carefully. "We all have things we regret or wish we could do differently. It's human. If there's something you're not telling me, something that might change how I feel about us, now would be the time to say it." Jay's eyes lock onto mine, his face a mix of emotions I can't quite place: fear, regret, maybe even love. "Ella, all you need to know is that what I feel for you is real. Everything else is complicated." I should press him, I should demand the truth right here and now. But instead, I'm paralyzed by my own tangle of emotions. I want to believe him, to let myself be pulled deeper into whatever this is. And yet, I know that some lines, once crossed, can never be uncrossed. I get that, I say, mustering a smile. But isn't that a risk worth taking? His eyes lock onto mine, and I see it again, that flash of internal struggle, the war he's waging within himself. Yes, he says. It's a risk worth taking. But as he leans in to kiss me, the tension in his jaw, the subtle stammer of his heartbeat, tells me a different story. It's a silent, screaming warning that amplifies my own fears. As our lips meet, my mind races. Jay's not just a man with hidden layers, he's a labyrinth, a complicated maze of truth and deception. I think of the photograph, the note, the lingering sense of being watched. My intuition screams at me, demanding I piece it all together. But I can't seem to think when he kisses me like this, as if his life depended on these few seconds with me. The way his hands get tangled up in my hair, his soft lips on mine, and his scent driving me wild and making me forget about every damn warning bell going off in my head. Then our lips part and I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of a cliff, fully aware of the fall but unable to step back from the exhilarating rush. What I don't know is whether Jay is there to catch me, or to push me over. His eyes searching my face for something. It's as if he's trying to read me, just like I've been trying to read him. "You're a beautiful enigma, Ella," he says, and his voice carries a tremor, a faltering note that suggests he's grappling with something enormous. It's a split-second revelation, a crack in his composed exterior, that sends shivers down my spine. Just like those beautiful eyes of yours. I give him a guarded smile, uncertain of how much I should reveal. Well, aren't we all a mystery in some way? He looks down, a shadow passing over his eyes. It's a subtle thing, but it sends off alarm bells in my head. Yeah, but some mysteries are more complicated than others. A wave of anxiety washes over me, and I feel a tightening in my chest. Is this the moment where everything falls apart and the truth is revealed? I think about the note, the warning not to trust too easily, as I search his eyes. They're a stormy sea, and I'm unmoored, adrift. I want to trust him. I want to believe that whatever he's hiding, we can work through it. But there's a gut instinct, a primal caution, holding me back. You're right, I say cautiously. And sometimes we don't even understand our own selves. But that's the risk in letting someone in. The risk in trying to understand another human being. Jay exhales deeply, as if my words have hit him harder than I intended. And what if letting someone in destroys them? What then, Ella? His question hangs in the air, heavy with implication, and the temperature in the room seems to drop a few degrees. I feel a pit forming in my stomach. What is he trying to say? Is that what you're afraid of? I ask softly. That letting me in will destroy you? He hesitates, clearly wrestling with himself, and it's agonizing to watch. He leans in close, drawing his hand to my chin and pinning me with a look. Finally, he speaks. No, I'm afraid it'll destroy you. His words leave me speechless. They strike me with both their sincerity and their vagueness. He's revealing something, yet hiding still. My mind flashes back to his mysterious emergency this morning, to the feeling of being watched, to the photo and the warning. The pieces refuse to fit together, but they're starting to form a picture, one that's as unsettling as it is incomplete. I lean back, creating a physical distance that echoes the emotional gulf widening between us. Jay, everyone has secrets, baggage, a past they're not proud of. But if we're going to make this work, there can't be any lies between us. He locks eyes with me, and for a moment, I think he's going to come clean. But then he pulls away, a veil falling back over his features. Some truths do more damage than lies, Ella. And as he says it, as he distances himself again, I feel my heart sink. I don't know what's happening here anymore. It's as if what we did last night pushed us apart instead of bringing us together. He picks up his coat, setting aside the now-forgotten platter of sushi, and stands. I should go, he says, his voice filled with a regret I'm not sure how to interpret. As he steps toward the door, I wrestle with my emotions, my fears, my unsettling intuition. I want to shout at him to stay, to explain, to make this right. But I don't. Instead, I nod, my voice barely above a whisper. Yeah, maybe you should. He doesn't even look back, he just leaves. And as the door clicks shut behind him, I'm left alone with a storm of questions, doubts, and a heartbreaking sense of loss. I pick up my phone, my fingers hovering over the screen. Do I dig deeper into Jay's true identity, peel back the layers of lies and truths? Or do I let it lie, keep living in this fragile bubble of happiness until it inevitably bursts? As he leaves, shutting the door gently behind him, I'm left alone with the disquieting blend of love and suspicion. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I gave myself to a man for the first time and now I don't know how I feel about it. As if the catch wasn't worth the chase. I want to trust Jay. God, I want to. But trust is a two-way street, and right now, I'm walking it alone, guided only by the unsettling feeling that the path ahead is about to fork in a way that will change everything. I sit there, long after he's gone, staring at the closed door as if it holds the answers to the questions I'm too scared to ask. And as I ponder my next move, one thing becomes painfully clear: no matter what I choose, things between Jay and me will never be the same again. And that realization is the most devastating truth of all.